Alright, so we should have our screen GUI, our frame, and our text button down here, and our text label up here. And so now what we want to do is program it so that if the player starts the game, this stuff won't show. Okay, but then once he touches the soldier, then it will show, and then when he clicks it, it'll warp him back to the beginning. Okay. So first of all, how do we make it so that when the game first starts, it does not show the screen GUI? Well, if you remember from Gold Rush, the way you do it is you just click on frame. You can uncheck visible. That's one way to do it. You can go to screen GUI and uncheck enabled. That's another way to do it. Okay, so I'm going to do that, just to uncheck enable on screen GUI, and then we're going to set it so that if he touches the soldier, we're going to set this screen GUIs enabled to true. Okay, so then let's go back to the script that we made for the character or the soldier. Go back to his torso, go into his script. Instead of saying you win, I'm going to go into the screen GUI and I'm going to set its enabled to true. Okay, so first of all, to do that, we need to get the screen GUI. So let's do local GUI is equal to game.starter GUI dot. Ooh, I'm not sure if this is the way to do it. Hold on, because I know it's here in starter GUI when we're developing, but I believe that what's happening is the game copies the contents of starter GUI and places it into the player's backpack. So it might be in the player's backpack when you're in the game. So let's go ahead and check that. So here we go to player GUI, and it's right here. Right now, let's go hit enabled off. Okay, so that's what happens, right? Let's go. We're gonna need to go into not go into starter GUI, but we need to go into the player. We need to go into his player GUI. And then we need to go to screen GUI. That's what we need to do. So let's come over to our script. Oh, maybe I can take a picture of this, and so I can take a look at it later. I'm going to take a screenshot is I'm going to hold down Command Shift, press the number 4, and you see how my cursor changes. Well, now I can click, hold down, and I could drag and let go, and it takes a picture. And that picture is on your desktop. Right, this is my Finder, and it's right here. Okay, so I'll open it up and it's like that. So I want that because I might forget about how that works. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop this. We'll go back into the pilots or the soldiers script, and then here we're trying to get the GUI. So let's say local GUI is equal to, and it's going to be oh, I'm sorry. No, we actually have the player right here, right? So what we want to do is set it here because we have the player, and we could say player dot player GUI. So let's come inside here. If player, we can make a local GUI, and we could say player dot player GUI. Make sure you have a capitalized letter there, or else it's not going to work. Player GUI. And then we're going to get the screen GUI. Dot screen GUI. Okay. And then what we're going to do is set its enabled to true. So we're going to say GUI dot enabled is equal to true. Okay. And let's see if that works. So let's play it. Go and touch the soldier. Click restart. And what should it do? Oh, I'm sorry. When we touch the player, it's going to set enabled equal to true. And when we... Oh, wait. Okay, so no, actually that worked, right? I'm sorry, I'm confused. And yeah, so it worked. And now we want to set it up so if they touch the button and they click on it, then it sets GUI enabled to false and warps them back to the starting location. And so why don't we save that for the next video, and we can take care of that then.